Good morning, everybody. Welcome in to Red, White, and Bills. It is Jets week, and this is the pregame show. We're coming off a very rough, terrible loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Jets are coming off a loss to the Indianapolis Colts. This is a division game. Typically division games are played tight, especially after the Jets just saw us lay a huge goose egg on the Jaguars. They're probably just itching to play at home against us and to get the crowd into it. They're a nice, young, but promising team. They got a rookie head coach, rookie quarterback, rookie running backs, rookie receivers, but they have a lot of athletes, a lot of great players. They're a very promising team, and they're going to be a team to look out for in the future. But they still can play. They've shown they beat the Titans, they beat the Bengals. They're 2-6, but they've shown that they can beat quality teams. So this is another game the Bills should not take lightly, especially after last week, the debacle that happened, and they need to come out and play. So for the Jets, for me, they got a few good players on both sides of the ball that can change the aspects of the game, and this is who I think we need to really key in on and make sure that we stop them to ensure a good game for us. Corey Davis is the first one. Came over from Tennessee last year. He was one of their great receivers last year. And so far, he's missed a few games for the Jets this year, but 24 catches, 349 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He's a deep ball threat, but can also get you in the intermediate game as well. And then you got Elijah Moore, the rookie. He had a slow start from Ole Miss, but now he's at 22 catches, 230 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's another guy that can get into space, and he's very quick and athletic. And then Jamison Crowder, who's done a lot against the Bills, in his years. Kind of slow year for him too. 28 catches, 240 yards, and a touchdown. But we all know what happened in 2019. He had that big screenplay touchdown. Luckily we came back and won that game. But he's somebody you got to look out for in the screen game, deep ball, intermediate, short passes, anything. He's a guy that could really get you. And then when you go to the defensive side of the ball, you got stud linebacker C.J. Mosley. 47 tackles, a forced fumble, as well as a sack. But according to PFF this year, so far he's been kind of poor in the run defense and in coverage. So we can exploit that with Cole Beasley in the middle. You can even work Sanders and Stephon Diggs in the middle as well. And hopefully, if we can get some push up front, we can use the run game and try to exploit that on them. Then you go to the defensive line. You got Quinnen Williams, 22 tackles, 5 sacks, 22 pressures. And he's a guy, he got drafted like Ed Oliver did, and these two were the best, in my opinion. They were the best tackles drafted that year. And he can really wreak havoc, especially if we're struggling on the interior defensive line. He's someone we really got to handle because he can really wreck a game plan. Although with all these good stars on their team, the Jets defense is ranked 31st and 30th in points allowed. But we all saw what happened last week with a team with similar stats. We didn't come to play. So they got some stars that can really change the game, but there's some keys that we have to do now for us to ensure a good game, for us to get a victory. And it starts with winning up at the line of scrimmage. As everyone knows, games are won and lost at the line, and we lost at the line last week. And it's a shame because we do have good players on the offensive line. It's just they just haven't really clicked. They haven't clicked together this year, and this could be a game where if we played like last week, it will not be good for us. So I hope they come in to play and play to their capabilities because we need them. They're a huge part of our team. We got to get Stephon Diggs more involved. We waited till about the fourth quarter, end of the third quarter to start getting him involved, and the ball was moving. But he's your alpha dog. He's your best player on that offense besides Josh Allen. He needs to be worked into the game plan. Like I said last time, Cooper Kupp on the Rams, he's always worked into the game plan. And it seems like we kind of shied away from getting him the ball. I know he's getting bracketed. I know the defenses, are run differently. But as an offensive coordinator, your job is to get your best players the ball. And that goes into my next point. We need to adjust. You need to adjust when you're not moving the ball, when your defense is giving up yards. That's all on the coaches. That's all, it's a little bit on execution, but as an offensive defensive coordinator, you need to see who you got and what's going on, and that's why Dable's up in the box. You have a good, clear picture at what you're seeing. So if it's like last week where we made no adjustments, then it's going to be a long day for us. On the defensive side of the ball, we got to get to, I think, Mike White's starting. So he's had a couple games. He had a really good game against the Bengals. He came in when Wilson got hurt against the Patriots, did decent. And then, he played well up until he got hurt in that Colts game. And now, he showed he can play, so he can make some good reads, and we got to get to him early and often with some corner blitzes, exotic blitzes on the D line. He's got to get in his face. His average air yards, I believe it's under 10 per play, so he's not gonna, unless they change something, he's not gonna really air it out. So this will be a good. He gets it out quick. So our defensive line has to do what they can to get to him quickly. The linebackers got to play. Tremaine Edmonds is out this week, so A.J. Klein's got to step up, and I know he can. Speaking of linebackers, they got to watch the middle of the field. Like I said, Jamison Crowder, Elijah Moore. They got pretty good rookie running backs out there that are good pass catchers. So the linebackers have a big assignment this week, and hopefully we can come off on a good note, because after that terrible loss in Jacksonville, if we drop this game, things aren't looking good for us. Patriots are right behind us, 5-4, half a game. We got to take this division win, division rival. It's going to be tough, but I think we can come out on top if we follow these few keys and on offense and defense. And remember, guys, my buddy Keith, Evolution Trucking and Logistics, I'm going to drop his information in the description again. Don't forget to check him out for all your needs. If you need him, he'll be more than happy to help you. And thanks again for tuning in with me, guys. Remember, subscribe, like, and share for the most up-to-date Buffalo Bills content, pregame, postgame, and anything else in between. I love all you. I appreciate your time. Remember, go Bills.